You know, a lot of times when it first happens, you go through so many emotions that you have one of anger, even though you're trying not to be angry. You can't figure out, you know, what you did to get this disease or have it come back or anything.
I feel like I can go into my treatment just like ready to be cured, and I feel like a lot of us were like ready.
So I think the biggest thing that I just needed was some kind of positive experience with other women who were going through the same thing. When I got accepted to the retreat, it was the time probably where I was just started having some issues with anxiety and fatigue. And so it was probably the lowest part after treatment and recovery. And so it was a highlight to me to think about coming.
Casting for Recovery is a nonprofit organization that provides fly fishing retreats for ladies that have had a diagnosis or are currently being treated for breast cancer. It is a program that is provided in multiple states, and it has a 2.5-day retreat where the ladies learn about casting, they learn about tying flies, they learn about river safety, walking in the water, and all the things that work up to being able to fly fish. In this retreat, they come in as strangers. We talk about having breast cancer, we talk about the health side of being a survivor. One of the most important things about the retreat is that the ladies come here and many times have never had a chance to talk to someone else about breast cancer. So this gives them a venue to do that. It gives them a safe place where they're not with families, they're not with people that they feel like they have to be strong and brave with. They're able to talk about something that scares them, talk about the things that they fear about the future.
It was so helpful because sometimes you think that you're the only person who's ever felt that way of anxious or just not having other people around you that can understand. And since I never did support groups, it was like a support group on steroids, but better because now it feels like you have great friends and sisters. And so it was really good to know that my suffering wasn't alone and that what I was going through was normal when it didn't feel normal.
I don't feel so isolated anymore, you know, and that's so good for someone.
I'm very excited to get out there. This is the first time fly fishing. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I am fly fishing on a free trip weekend from Casting for Recovery.
Okay, back up again. That's it, raise rod.
It began in Vermont with a breast surgeon and a lady that fly fished. And they realized that casting a line and the manner of fly fishing, you have the same soft movement that you would use if you're trying to recover after a mastectomy or after surgery. And so with that idea, they began Casting for Recovery.
Right now, you're doing fine forward. You're really aggressive going for, like you said, because you're trying to put everything you have.
But go more aggressive backward. You're doing all these activities of the fishing and nothing hurts. Like you don't feel the soreness in your arms or your chest. You're not thinking about any of that. And you just get to enjoy it. That was really good.
One of the things that we tell the ladies is that when you're fishing, it's not just about catching that fish. It's out there and looking in the water, walking in the water, seeing the peacefulness around you, standing there, just having that moment alone. And they come back many times saying, I didn't catch fish, but it was so great just being there.
Keep it open in there. 1, 2, 3.
Because like in that moment when fly fishing, that's what I only think I was doing. I wasn't thinking about my legs, my pains, the water being cold, the wind, any of it, you know. And just it was really healing.
Not too hard, gently. With the line on your finger.
Trout are just the bomb to catch. Yeah, I was glad for the others. I mean, I've caught trout, but yeah, I caught one. You got a picture of it?
Oh yeah.
Love it. Mwah.
The lady that told me that when she came here, she wasn't sure this was going to be something she'd be good at. She said, but it doesn't matter if I'm good at it. She said, I know what it can do for me. And she said, I'll keep looking forward to when I can go to the water, when I can get better, when I know what I'm doing. But she said, I'll never forget this. And that's the kind of journey we want them to have when they're at our retreat. That's what we want to hear when they leave.